The 7-star Iron Bundle has a lot of tricks up its sleeve with Snowscape, Aurora Veil, Electric Terrain, and even more than that, but here's how you can get around it. First, it's important to understand everything Iron Bundle can do. It has a modest nature to boost its special attack, and it has perfect IVs all around. Iron Bundle also has the advantage of having one of the highest speed stats in the entire game at 136, as well as a very respectable 124 base special attack. Its 114 base stat in defense is boosted even further by Snowscape, but its 56 HP and 60 special defense leaves a large weak spot for us to exploit. It uses Hydro Pump as its main water type attack and Blizzard as its main ice type attack. It also has Chilling Water, which reduces the target's attack stat, and Freeze Dry to deal super effective damage to water types. Iron Bundle opens the Tera Raid with Snowscape and Aurora Veil to boost its lackluster defenses. At 75% HP remaining or 80% time remaining, it activates its shield. Also at 75% HP, it resets the player's stats and uses Electric Terrain. At 45% HP, it resets its own stats and finally uses Snowscape at 50% time remaining. I tried brainstorming for a while to find a Pokemon that will be able to take on this guy all on its own. My first thought was a Body Press build for Magnezone, but thanks to Snowscape and Aurora Veil, it barely even made a dent. It was obvious that a special attacker would be a better option, so I looked for a Pokemon with decent special attack and special defense stats. I also wanted a Pokemon that could preferably resist Iron Bundle's Ice type stab, and the first Pokemon I came up with was Alolan Ninetales. Now, it's a very fairly bulky Pokemon that also resists Iron Bundle's Ice type attacks, but what drew me to it was its ability Snow Cloak, boosting its evasiveness, making Blizzard and Hydro Pump miss so much more often. It also learns the incredibly strong attack Stored Power along with Calm Mind to boost its special attack and special defense even further. After 6 Calm Minds, Stored Power has a base power of 260. The first issue I came across was Iron Bundle resetting our stats at 75% HP. You know, although I could set up 5 more Calm Minds to Terastallize into the Psychic type and just barely defeat Iron Bundle, it seemed a bit too lucky to recreate too often, so I wanted to find a more reliable raid build. Okay, we should probably talk about why that run was lucky. If you play offline, you get put in a team of random NPCs that bring their own Pokemon. If you're lucky enough, there are a few NPCs that bring really good Pokemon. There's a Belly Bolt that can use Light Screen to boost your special defense, and there's a Tauros that can use Raging Bull, which is an attack that breaks Aurora Veil. But the best NPC is the one that brings a Gardevoir that can use Life Dew, healing your Pokemon for 25% of their maximum HP. And since you can't guarantee which NPCs battle with you, I decided to look for a more reliable Pokemon. And that's when I was reminded of the ability Ice Scales, which halves damage from all special attacks and is only found on one Pokemon. And luckily enough, this Pokemon is Frosmoth, an Ice and Bug type that already resists Ice type attacks. It also gets access to Quiver Dance, which is one of the best setup moves in the entire game, boosting its special attack, special defense, and speed. Struggle Bug doesn't do a lot of damage, but lowers Iron Bundle's special attack, and when Terastallize into the Steel type, Frosmoth still resists Ice type attacks, and a Steel type Tera Blast deals an insane amount of damage. So, after a lot of testing, here's a guaranteed way to defeat Iron Bundle. You want to start the raid with 2 Quiver Dances and then use Struggle Bug until you can Terastallize. After firing off a few super effective Tera Blasts, Iron Bundle should reset your stats, and then you'll want to use around 4 Quiver Dances to boost your special attack and special defense. All you need to do to finish the fight is to fire off more Tera Blasts. And after all of this, you'll have your very own level 100 perfect IV mightiest mark Iron Bundle. If you want to guarantee that you beat every Tera Raid in the future, make sure to subscribe. And if you want to catch another rare Pokemon, you can click the video on the screen right now.